Mic check. 1 2 1 2. We're live. Think we're live. Think we're going with the solo show. To anyone watching the VOD, hopefully these Detroit Red Wings come out and win this game. So thank you for clicking this video after the game is played. But just so you know, occasionally my partner, typically over there, his name is Josh. You can still see his name and tag down at the bottom. Typically we do these watch alongs together, but today it is going to be just me watching our Red Wings, doing the live watch along. And it's a big one. This is a big one. They're showing where we are in the standings. We're a little bit behind. We've dug ourselves quite the hole. Quite the hole. Maybe some people will start piling in little by little here. Let's see. Let's head over to YouTube. Let's get that link to share in our Discord. Hey, what's up, Deport? What up, Ruth? Pop out this chat. Oh, did I freeze? Hello? Biscuit, what's up, buddy? Lying and ugly past 5 is an understatement. What's up, Jacob? Gotta start smart. Wise words, Derek. Now, hopefully, you can fire the guys up. We've got a puck drop. For those looking to sync up, we've got 19, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. That's right. I got to post that link up. A strong start would be beautiful, Jacob. I'm glad to see that Raz is okay. I saw that we shuffled up. Oh, Fabry shooting low blocker. Good shot. Good opportunity. Good save. Like, I wasn't kidding when I made that comment in the Discord of like being mentally prepared for him to be out multiple weeks as well. I mean, we've seen what the Larkin injury and missing him can do. Could you imagine Raz too? The thing is, yeah, Fabry or not Fabry, Cats down on the third line with Cop and Fabry. Messages are being sent, which is what you like to see. Wait. Okay. Well, anyone who's synced up with me, my free trial definitely had a little hiccup. And by a little hiccup, I mean like 40 seconds. So hopefully we're back. They're back up and had a good time. But we have one game played more than the Islanders in the same number of points. I think they're counting this one already because it started, but is that the arena still playing music? Yeah, what was that? That was well into the play. 32-11 in the last 6 games. What a joke. Austin Jarnikin doesn't excite me. The only thing it makes me, the only positive feeling I have with it is that it's something. And that after 6 games of losing, they've done something. Maybe it's not best they could have done. Maybe it's not going to be impactful, but oh yeah, call the hook. Clayton Keller can't be doing that. Yeah, that free trial, not a good one. Try another free trial. All right, here we go. Oh, I see we're a decent ways into the power play. That other one was pretty far behind. But let's see how stubborn we are on our power plays again. I'm glad that we had a zoomed in camera that you couldn't tell what was happening. Yeah. What just happened with this high stick? High stick. Thanks for cutting it. Oh. Yep. Sucks, but he got it right. Ron on the face-off. Interest. Oh, that was pitiful. Watching Perron try to cross-check the puck on the ice on his belly is hilarious. Weird. No one in front. Tell me how many other power play units in the NHL have nobody in front. Oh, maybe the frustrations are gonna come out this game. These star break-ins have been kind of clean for the power play. Bergeron, why? Why are we giving up breakaways? Oh my God. If this does not give you the flashbacks to the Red Wings of earlier this season, oh my God. How are we giving up breakaways on the power play again? Bergeron, why are you letting the puck go? And there's Seider falling for no reason. Oh, it's happened earlier this year too, where you're like, oh, well, Seider, that's just bum luck that he keeps tripping over red lines and blue lines, but nope, it continues. How some way Lyon is just, oh, and they're going to. Guys. Nope, you can't do a single thing right. Might be a long one again. I went out and I said that this is a must win. I put my stamp of must win on this game, and this could go downhill. That was real close. This could go downhill real fast. Glad to see Joe Veleno's okay after taking a puck to the side of the head. Just trying to find positives here in the last 6 games. Wow. Clayton Keller off the post. Yep, I'm with Mickey on that. 2 of them that should have went in that didn't. I don't know, Mick. Let's maybe cool off on the Lion praise from last game. Let's simmer down. When will the bleeding stop, Greasy? I said it had to be today. I've got this down as a must win. And I never say that. I never want to say that something's a must win unless it's mathematically true. I firmly believe you lose this and you go on a 7-game skid, losing to the Coyotes twice in there, and we got to go play Buffalo again in what, like 4 days or something? And my personal blame, my personal gripe, obviously the players on the ice are the ones who are in control of what happens. But I have trouble like believing in Lalone. I don't have the faith. He just doesn't fire guys up, right? And maybe that's just not many NHL coaches, but for it to happen 2 years in a row that a trade deadline happens and we just absolutely fold, there's a problem somewhere. Yeah, it feels like it's 2018 again, Jacob. Not the guy to take us there. I didn't even expect him to be the guy that like takes us there. When I hear that, maybe we're talking about 2 different things. Like, are you talking about just to the playoffs, or where is there? Where did you see Lalone's like cap being, his ceiling being as a coach? Ghost wanted it and he got it. Oh, good opportunity from Cat. Good pass by Ghost. Need Fedorov or Larionov to coach. I don't know much about their coaching beliefs or anything like that, but it's hard to just say that you need to bring in an ex player that was big to your org and that's what's going to drive the success. There's got to be a little more to the formula, right? To win a cup, yeah. I never had him. I think is the coach that's going to take us to a cup. The one thing that I have to keep reminding myself is ultimately this season, if you guys have followed the channel for a while, when Josh and I have talked about expectations for the year, I said that we need to just play meaningful hockey games in a playoff push. That was like my set goal and expectation. I think seeing how well they could perform in the season and how low they could perform, it brought me a little higher, like being able to see the highs and the lows. But ultimately, if you would have given me at the start of the year the opportunity to say that, you know, we have 16 games left or whatever it is, 17 games left, and we're tied for the second wild card spot, would I take it? I would take it 10 out of 10 times. I wouldn't have thought twice about it. So the fact that we are here is good. It is a good thing we're here. Why we're here in this moment, not so good. So that's why I didn't want to be so doom and gloom on a 6-game loss streak, is because we were still just where I wanted to be ultimately. But you can't go on a 7-game skid and expect the next 14 to be all honky dory. Especially when you were supposed to be going into this time with one of the easier schedules, which it's the NHL. Anyone can beat anyone, and that's why we love it. But it is true, Deport. We should be losing 2-0 in the first 8 minutes again. I think we hit another pretty bad loss streak earlier, Jacob. I don't know if it would be as bad as this due to the level of competition that we had played as well, but had his pass picked off. That's common theme. Gets nothing on the shot. Just a great save. Sometimes I know it was my high school hockey coach who said something and it stuck with me for a little while and I believed it, and then I stopped believing it because, you know, I realized he wasn't very smart. He always said that great saves are just bad shots, which is not entirely true, but that great save was a bad shot. Also, I don't know who else is watching via ESPN Plus right now, but they finally got rid of the live sports loop, and now it's a song. It's not as good as the Peacock song. I don't know how many people have watched like a WWE, PLE, or anything like that on Peacock or any other live events. I don't know what other ones they really host, but Peacock had a jam. This one's okay. This is significantly better than looping a guy saying the same 4 lines over and over. Live sports. ESPN originals. The stories you crave, or whatever it is. ESPN Plus. Fans on to bring it so 50-50 shot. Very hard, but inaccurate. It feels like DeBrincat really needs the perfect setup. And I know that that's a weak thing to criticize a shooter on, because like even Ovi, if he doesn't get it right in his wheelhouse, he'll always like pass it back to the other guy. But it does feel like he he fans a little more than we would like. What's up, Casey? The Red Wings look slow with lazy shots. Yeah, I would say that we just look so, it's the word like unorganized, maybe. Maybe not that. Dysfunctional. I think I'm going to go with dysfunctional. Dysfunctional with passing. That's what I think the root is on our offense just entirely. And I know that you don't critique a legend and the greatest American born hockey player ever. But man, a few of those games that I was watching Patrick Kane, I was just thinking to myself, why are we trying to make the most difficult pass 9 times over in the same game? And we're 0 for 9. He hit like 0 for 9 of them. And at the very end of the game, I can't remember who we were playing, but it was a 1-goal game. The puck works around to him again. We had their PK completely out of position. They were pressuring up high. He had it a little down low on the right wing. And for whatever reason, he doesn't shoot it again. And he tries to pass across to Cat. Oh, it was the Knights. It was the Knights because it was Petrangelo who just completely abandons Perron in front of the net to try to go for the cross ice pass. Like he just knew it was coming and there was no threat in front of the net. What's up, Ace? Tried to cross crease pass 7 times so far. Yeah, we're just stubborn. We're just stubborn. And I go back to my other gripe regarding the power play. Even tonight, Ken Daniels at one point, as we're passing the puck around because they're going high pressure, they brought high pressure on their PK. So we're filtering the puck around like we should. And when they do that, when you're filtering around like that and you force the penalty killers to force you at every spot, eventually a man is wide open. Where's our man in all of that? Behind the net. He's circling around the net to try to get on the side of it. And Ken Daniels has to say, like, and they put it to the net and no one's in front. So just a blatant errant pass through the middle to absolutely nobody. And if we would have just had a net front presence, it would have been an opportunity. But we just can't take advantage of what teams give us. Where's the trip on Raymond? I didn't think it was a trip. I thought they like just kind of bumped each other. Bloody hell is going on with the Red Wings? Nothing good. Feels like they have absolutely no energy. Missing our best player. Goalies tripping over themselves off the goalposts. Just slipping and sliding on the ice. You have forwards coming back and trying to play goalie, literally sitting in the crease and not covering their defensive responsibilities. It literally feels like almost from the top down. I'm not going to go as high to say that Yzerman is necessarily at fault here for this, and maybe I'm just an apologist for Steve Yzerman, but feels like the boys never come ready. Feels like any strategy that we do use is just stubborn and lazy. It's just do the same thing over and over and hope that it works because it worked for this short amount of time, so it must work again. And it's the same issue I had last time we went in slumps. Every slump this year, I feel like it always just gets rooted back to a refusal to adapt and take what is given. Where are chances like this? I mean, we don't play fast enough, really. Feels like all of our offensive opportunities are just coming off their bad breaks, and eventually those breaks that they get pop. Dump and chase, we're not learning that from last year. I mean, I think 5-on-5, all teams in the NHL do the dump and chase quite a bit. I was giving credit today to our power play break-in. I think that's been pretty good. Other than when I complimented it and then Berggren decided that he didn't need to stop the puck on the boards and instead he was going to let it go around, and then it leads to a breakaway on the power play and they score. So maybe I shouldn't be complimenting it. Can't pass. Fabry, wow. Are we lucky he just skyrocketed that over the net? Why did we give that away? Am I the only one seeing this? How are we passing like this? Yeah, Muzz, they are literally just dumping all over the ice. That's twice now that Fabry had like a reverse hit. So good on him. Good on him playing a little more physical. A lot of golf chips. Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, just chipping the puck out, refusing to pass, and when we do pass, we can't do it. So maybe that's why we're just chipping more. Because for whatever reason, the most basic concept in the entire sport, other than skating, we can't do. Okay. You have a power play to save a brutal period for yourselves. Even up the game and hopefully just take it after the first period. Your power play cannot be this bad. I swear to God, if we don't do something at least a little different. You're on a 6-game skid, and you know what? I got to look it up. I got to go find out what our power play is during this time. Because it's got to be inexcusably bad. At least it's not 3-1 already. True. But it should be 2-0. Like, for as much as I know that we as fans, when it's your team that hits the post, you like to think to yourself, man, we should be up 2-0. But when the post is in your favor, it's a little easier to forget, right? A little easier to forget that those things had gone your way. Let's just remember that they went our way. I just realized they haven't won a game since I went to the game against the Capitals. That's so sad. That feels like a lifetime ago. Against the Islanders, power play percent 0. I don't know. Oh, 0 for 2. Red Wings power play against the Panthers, 0 for 5. So we're 0 for 7 right now. Against the Avalanche, we were 1 for 2. So what? We're 1 for 9. Against the Coyotes, 0 for 1. So 1 for 10. Against the Knights, 1 for 3, for 2 for 13. And against the Sabres, 1 for 4. So we're 3 for what? 17? Is that what I counted through? That was really loose, quick numbering. Quick numbering I was doing there. 3 for 17 roughly in these 6 games. Are you kidding me? Do something different. Praise your post. Lions being overworked? Yeah. That's fair. He's never played this many games in an initial season before. And we knew this when we had Husso get hurt, and we knew kind of the ceiling for Reimer is kind of that once in a while, hopefully go 500 on the season for you kind of guy. I hate this zoom in every time. No! You've... Oh, can you, Mick? Oh, can you feel us getting a little antsy even at home? Because I know I'm not the only person starting to yell at their TV screen. Baran, I don't even hate the shot. It didn't look like anyone else was ready for you to do it. It didn't even look like our guy in front understood what he should be doing if the puck were to even hit his stick there. There you go. Good shot. We take those. That's okay. It doesn't go in. That's okay. All right, Bergen, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty unhappy with you on the power play right now. I feel like I'm just going to keep complaining at each like tier. I'm going to get a little bit of what I want, and then I'm just going to complain again. Thank God Sider decided to shoot. Sider, don't hit the guy standing 10 feet in front of the net. If it hits the guy standing just on top of the blue, that's okay. Those things happen. He hits someone 10 feet away from the net. How? Maybe that's why we don't do it. Maybe we're just that bad at it. No Larkin is pointing to the team, but other less superstar silver games didn't completely fall apart. Another power play coming. You cannot go over 3 in a period. Oh, wait, no, it's on them, huh? Or on us? Wait, where's Raz going? Oh, it looked like Raz. Okay, I was going to say there's no way, right? Well, because Greasy, it feels like whenever Sider shoots, for whatever reason, he just sees the big red jersey right in front of him and feels like he has to shoot at it. It's like a bull, he just sees red. I like the cat shot. DeBrinket's shot on that power play was good. The entire setup, moving him out, getting the PK to overcommit up top and open some space for him. But this is why they pressured. They pressured because Raymond was useless. Raymond was in no man's land, floating between people, not a passing option at all. So they said, hey, we should just attack them. I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind this game. Game number 7 is officially when I'm just sick and tired of what I'm seeing. You had me with 6. I could deal with 6. Wait, what does this deflect off of? Betting odds for the Wings making the playoffs have basically turned upside down. Yeah, I saw that at one point we were a 78% chance. I think it was Core Z who shared it in our Discord. We had 78% chance, and now we're at like 34. We've literally more than like halved our options. Raymond's useless there. Someone move. They had 2 guys on the penalty kill covering 3 guys. Thank you. Oh my God. Weird. We moved him and something happened. Get ready to scream, take it back. He would no, I stand by what I said. Raymond was useless where he was. Look, he goes somewhere more useful and the pass happens. I stand by it. You picked Ron in the Tim Hortons challenge too. What's the Tim Hortons challenge? Are you just picking a goal scorer at any point in the game? One for 3 on the power play in the first period. That's fortunate. He's filling, but it's not like him and like the roles. It's literally our power play strategy of just having a guy float in the bumper and not become a threat. Twice on that power play, our strategy is what led to it failing until it eventually breaks down and we get enough movement out of the PK. When Patrick Kane is skating circles, going backwards, going forwards, trying to get defensemen to move to open someone up, and two guys on the PK end up covering like three different passing options, it's a problem. It's just a problem. When they're bringing the pressure because Raymond is literally just skating around. Oh, damn. I just don't like it. Yeah, I was really hoping that you would see a cat hit like the 32 to 35 range, but I don't think we're going to be getting that. It's honestly his best chance right there. But hey, hold on. Raymond, the one who gets in the scuffle, scores our first goal of the night, huh? I was gonna say, you send that inside. That was clear as day. If you're gonna call a ghost for the intentional offsides, I think it's pretty obvious that guy should have known that was a high stick. Be lucky to see 25, 1 in 3. I mean, I feel like that's kind of what
Fuck
would
you.
be a decent expectation right now. Oh my god. Well, I was chilling in another Discord, so that was oh, that's damn funny. It was. It was very random. Forgot I was hanging out in a friend's Discord. At least won the second half of the period, right? What do I think about Eiserman not getting anyone at the trade deadline? I think it's understandable, Muzz. Sound like the Wings' last practice? Yeah, probably. But hey, if it means that Raymond comes out and scores, we'll take that every week. Fight every week for all I care. But I'm okay with it. Like, it doesn't feel like this team is just one piece away, unless it was a stud goalie like a UC Saros. But I'm not even sure UC Saros saves us these last 6 games. And maybe you steal one from like, I don't know. I'm thinking about the game against the Knights. Maybe that one goes your way, but hard to blame Lion in most of those. The game against Buffalo, maybe you don't have the super slow start. Is that Danny DeKaiser? Look at Danny D. Oh, there goes our camera. Islanders play Buffalo and both teams don't want winning. Worst case, you go to OT. That would suck. Muzz, what do you think about it? How do you feel about the silent trade deadline? Danny DeKaiser's voice. I'm trying to like spot or like point the accent. Like I know he's from Macomb. He's from Metro Detroit. And he went to school in Kalamazoo. And then he joined the Red Wings. So it's not, I don't think he ever like grew up or lived necessarily like outside of Michigan at that point. But it feels like he's got like a strong, like almost Canadian or Yooper accent to him. If I just met him, I would not believe that he is from Macomb. He didn't do bad. I did miss the pregame. I did not watch that. I'm pleasantly surprised. Like I like Danny DeKaiser. I just know that he had gone into becoming a real estate agent. He was into real estate. Was the last that I heard. So seeing him on here is a surprise. Maybe they're trying to kick the curse. Also, I don't like the Jimmy hate. I shouldn't say like. That's not what I'm trying to say. I get it because like he is a little stuffy, but I feel like he started getting a whole lot better. Yeah, I think we're Buffalo fans tonight. Might be one of the few times we say that this year. Rest of this year for sure. He's loosened up a lot, yes, which was necessary. But I can't blame him. I don't think I would do any better. Like I had to do some public speaking at work. I was talking in front of like maybe 80, 90 guys at work. And I really started to feel myself, I don't know, feeling weird, I guess. Public speaking is difficult. Talking to a microphone, easy. Talking to a computer, easy now. Been doing it for years. Public speaking, though, I lose like my ability to breathe properly while I'm talking. I just get long winded. Don't really take pauses or anything like that. So I could only imagine what it's like knowing that you're going on TV for thousands and thousands of people. Ooh, Boston. Hell yeah, Hillary. Good notes there, Danny. Good notes. Message to the kid is probably, well, hopefully your parents can afford it because damn expensive. The moment it becomes more financially accessible, the sport will grow tremendously. Recruiter for the Marines, deputy now an investigator for CPS. Wow. Well schooled in public speaking, I would be fine with the talking part, but would look stupid being a broadcaster. Props to you, Ace. First things first, props to you. That is an awesome career path. But being a broadcaster, yeah, doing what like Ken does, I feel like I would just start getting too caught up. And I wonder like how much it's just like second nature for him now to know what information to share versus not to share. I feel like I would be a much better color commentary guy, talking about like the small things that you happen to see like across the ice and such. Being the secondary voice that chimes in. Oh my gosh, I just put it together. Do you know who our organist looks like? You guys know who our organist looks just like? Oh, I gotta figure out his name. Um, oh, that's not his job title. His color you can make jokes. That would be fun. Yes. It is also pretty ideal to not have to be the serious one, typically. Um, well, I guess I just have to look up the character list, huh? Does he really not get put in the category of a main character? Oh no, there it is. Our organist, Zach. What's going on, buddy? Is it because of the wings? Looks like him. Is the like assistant to Rebecca in Ted Lasso. I've recently started watching Ted Lasso again. So as soon as I saw our organist, I swear to God, he looks just like him. Looks like the Guess Who guy. An older version of him. Yeah. Thank you, Muzz. Thank you for. Uh, I will say, in general in my life, whenever I say someone looks like someone, my friends typically don't agree. I'm typically told that I'm wrong with such information. Ace? No, I typically never think about it. Near work, I don't have an Arby's. And where our Arby's is near me, there's also just a Chipotle. And I'm going to Chipotle 10 out of 10 times over Arby's, unless I'm like meeting Josh there or something. I think the only time I ever eat Arby's is with Josh because Josh loves it. I tried their chicken. I don't know, I forgot what they call it. The new Chipotle chicken has like a little more spice to it. I will say, not the biggest fan. It's got like that pineapple spice to it. Yeah, chicken al pastor. A little spicier and it's a little sweeter. Like some pineapple tasting to it. Not the biggest fan. Best bang for your buck. Dude, Austin, yes. All they wanted was Chipotle. But I'm telling you, $9 for the bowl compared to other places when you're getting like the meal, side, and drinks, and versus like the quality of food that you're putting in your body. It's an easy choice for me every time. When I say that I have Chipotle like 6 times a week, it's not an exaggeration. Almost every day for lunch, I'll have that. And if I don't have it for lunch, I'll have it on my way home from work. Over a weekend, I've been known to have it for lunch and dinner because I'm just like, it's good for me. Well, I mean, kind of, maybe not when you have it twice a day, but good source of protein. You get some of the rice in there too. Get some beans, like all good. That's crazy though. They came from Argentina. All they wanted was Chipotle. You think the product's gone downhill? I think the product has stayed the same in the time period that I've gone to them. There's a really long period that I just hated Arby's and I just wouldn't go. And then Josh had me go try it. And I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty okay. I'm okay with this. But the prices going up is too much. Much too much. Worked out in the field. I would have that or Taco Bell for lunch almost every day. Taco Bell is such a huge hit or miss for me now. When I'm feeling Taco Bell's the best thing. When you're in the mood for it, it's so good. But it feels like if there's even like the smallest ounce in me, like not today, don't want it, I can't force myself to get it. But they have some good cheap options there now too. They finally brought back like some level of a value meal where you have like the crunchy burrito or like they had that like chicken fresco wrap or whatever. Those are pretty good. Once a month Taco Bell for you. Is that like a hard limit? Like you have it that one time a month and then you remember why you don't. But then the next month you're like, oh man, maybe not this time. Maybe it'll do me good this time. Getting old, exactly. Yeah, acid reflux is a thing. Always regret eating it, just feel horrible. It's heavy. Taco Bell is heavy. Feels like it's just an anchor in your stomach afterwards. Because it feels like you can eat so much of it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's why I am the way I am, but feels like I could eat limitless like Taco Bell in the moment. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, that was a lot. Don't eat meat or dairy so it doesn't destroy my body as much as other people. Fair. Banning any RV slander. So Deport is actually live streaming over on Twitch right now. He's been streaming for 28 days straight for like, I think anywhere from like 10 to maybe like 15 hours at a time, depending on the day or whatever. But his community over there has got him to stream over there for 28 days. That's why Deport isn't with us over here on this today. So if you're wondering what's led to maybe a couple videos, being missed here or there. They're coming back, I promise. Work has been busy for me. I've been doing traveling. He's got that going on. So as soon as you have two complex schedules not meshing well together, Nacho Bel Grande is my go-to. I don't know if I've ever had that. I feel like if someone said Nacho Bel Grande, I know that it's a Taco Bell item, but I don't know if I've ever even seen it. Valley, someone needs to talk to you about this. They're showing them celebrate the MHSAA. Such a long acronym. Basketball celebration. And their graphic at the bottom was covering anyone celebrating. The chips, cheese, sour cream, and tomato. I feel like Taco Bell's tomatoes, like, they have a different tomato taste than other tomatoes. Maybe that's weird to say and doesn't make sense, but I feel like if you blindfolded me and I ate a Taco Bell tomato, like a couple of those little chopped up pieces they use for everything, and you chopped up like a normal tomato from Meyer next to it, I feel like I could tell you which one is which. Tomatoes, is that because they're fake? Is that what you're calling them? Or is that a real thing? Because there is something called tomatoes or famatos. It's an injection. We are in the second period. Moe's is a place you could eat every day. That's the other like burrito place, right? That's kind of like a Qdoba and Chipotle style. Because I've had that once. I think I was on a roller hockey tournament and we went to a Moe's. And it was pretty okay. I think I still prefer Chipotle than Qdoba, but it was definitely, like a solid place. Yeah. All right. So back to the wings. That's a lot of empty seats. A lot of empty seats on the right side. Um, Definitely not the better team coming out the gate, but we were given enough power plays that it felt like it was able to sway momentum enough our way. Let's hope that we can just continue some solid 5-on-5 play. Good play by Woolman. Ooh, solid play. From start to finish there, the entire break in, the forecheck. I should also give credit to the breakout. The true start to end of that play was solid. Can you sync up? Yes. We are at 18, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. Whistle. Another power play. I didn't even get to see what was happening because I was counting numbers. First time we've outshot a team in the first period. Only took 3 power plays to 1. Yeah. I'm with Mick on that. I feel like whenever I see, I don't want to say like whenever I see him fall, I feel it, but it's whenever I see Kane get pinched against the boards is when I start to feel like oh man, I hope this is okay. Oh my gosh, he lint rolls the stick for the power play. That's cool. That's some rock star stuff right there. Give me my lint roller. All right, Red Wings power play. Raymond again, just kind of being useless in that spot right now. See, why could he see that so easily? Why do we have a guy sitting up top in the slot and a guy sitting in front of the net, and somehow, some way, a goalie's able to see a shot that clearly out there? Get 5 penalties in the third, true. Not mad at the shot, no. Just wish that, the next step. This is what I said, where they're going to give me a little what I want, but then I'm going to find the next thing to complain about. How are we not blocking vision? You'd think Raz would be there? Yes. Quite literally, yes, Jacob. In our preseason video, looking at our power play and what that could mean for us, I really thought that you'd be able to put Costin or Raz in front of the net and let your high-skilled players be high-skilled players on the outside, but still force them to respect the front of the net. Is anyone else seeing Raymond be pointless? Why do we have a guy floating there? If they're going to defend it, you can't stand there. We're making their job so easy. The only reason our power play was successful is because their defense broke down and Raymond ended up like swapping spots with Perron for a second. Oh, frustrating. Yeah, I know that you're just trying to put him in the spot that like Larkin was, and let's just be honest. Maybe Larkin's a little better than Raymond right now, huh? Maybe he's able to recognize when he needs to go down low versus just floating up high, doing nothing. Which I don't put. Obviously, it's a little bit on Raymond because he's the one doing it, and hopefully you would think that he knows better. But what if that's just our coaching staff and Tanguay saying, no, this is what we do? Buffalo scored. Woo! Heck, New York. Yes, this is the play I said I liked. This was good. I mean, it's like a B- opportunity, right? Maybe a B opportunity if you had to give it a grade in general from where he was shooting. But good is good. We will take good right now. Fisher's got energy tonight. I like that. I doubt he has too much ice time, but when he has been out there, he's been moving. Many turnovers because we're not passing. We're doing a lot of just chip and grab. That was solid. Oh, just a hair too far. There's Perron getting beat because he's slow. So when we talk about in the Discord, Perron being too slow sometimes, there's an opportunity. Gone because he was. That was good by Ghost. Ghost knew what he was doing on that dump at that angle, and I like that. Instead of Jarney, why not try Casper one of his 10 allowed games or whatever? Without knowing better and just having the trust that I do with our general player development, he's not the best option to have us win now. Bergen is interested. Casper doesn't. Yep, Bergen's leading the Griffins in points. He plays like this. Casper look much worse up here. I'm with Ace on that. I think it literally just comes down to another weird spot for us and kind of a more magnified look at why we went into this season with the defensemen that we did, with the forwards that we had signed, is that I think it is a big goal of Steve Yzerman this year to make the playoffs. And I would have to believe that player development believes that Austin Czarnik will have a more positive, immediate impact on an NHL roster than Casper. Started putting advertising in the jersey, lost every game, curse them. I get it for like the hee hee ha ha, that's real easy or whatever. And I do agree that from the Illich family, it's a bit of a sellout. Like the only reason you're doing it is for money. There's no like good heartedness. Oh, what happened? What happened in front of the net? Oh, hit the net, Kane. Damn. I don't believe in that stuff. And for anyone that I think like wholeheartedly does believe in the hockey gods, I think it's a fun conversation. I think it's kind of funny. Oh, yeah, he fell on his own. That would have counted. Well, should have. I shouldn't say would, should. But I put as much belief into the patch being the reason why we're losing as I do my, oh my God, what do they call it? Astrology sign dictating the person that I am. Not much. I believe more in astrology than I do the patch. It is. I'm with you, Muzz. It's just, I don't like, I will also say this. I will also come out and share that I may have some level of bias that I will recognize because one of my high school friends is somewhat tied, family wise, to priority waste. I will recognize that, but I still believe that even if it wasn't true, if I didn't have that very, very loose tie, then I would still just not believe in it. Keep throwing shots at the net. The only way you can score, right? You can't score without shooting, so it's hard to complain, but I would like to see them be smart with their shots, and I think they have so far. For the most part, I wouldn't say Sider's shot was smart. Where he smart timing, bad shot because you can't hit a player almost at the top of the circle when you're shooting from the point. I know that's an exaggeration, but I stand by it. Buffalo scored again too. I've never been so much of a Sabres fan than tonight. Muzz, Sabres are one of my more favorite teams, I would say, growing up, not as of late. But those black and red jerseys, those are so sick. That's why I liked them when I was young. I thought they had one of the coolest jerseys in the NHL. So are they wearing those tonight? Or are they wearing the old ones? I would love for them to just rebrand to it. Just forget the blue and gold. Just scrap it. Good. I mean, bad era for you guys, really. Just go back to the black and red. 3 points tonight with a win if we believe we drop this game. I mean, that's the race though. I'll repeat myself again. If you would have said early this season that we would be where we are. I think almost every fan would take it. I think all the stress and everything about it is a lot of recency bias. And I feel that I'm part of it. It's me trying to convince myself that that's okay. I was not expecting that, Noah, but yes. Oilers fan when I was really young, mainly because growing up in the Gretzky dynasty era. Yeah, I feel like it would have been easy to become a fan of Gretzky with just how truly dominant he was. And I say that because, like, I'm a LeBron fan. I'm kidding. I'm not a LeBron fan. Take the goal back, please. It's so nonchalant. It's so nonchalant. Gets tipped. I don't know if he originally has the first shot either, though. Almost feels like a tip that didn't need to be tipped, but. And how are you? Would have been nice, Cat. Would have been nice. Right into the glove. Didn't have to move it. Just had to put it in the right place. Oh boy. A little later, a guy named Eiserman stole your heart. Stole a lot of people's heart and revitalized an entire organization. We're glad to have you here now, Muzz. Emmer Kane or anyone? What was that stat in the last 6 games or whatever? We were outscored 32-6 or something like that. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but sure feels like it. Well, I'm sure everyone who has the sound on for that understands how frustrated Wallman is with that shot. 32-11. I'm going to call it 32-6. Meet me there, huh? Mick, what are you talking about? The puck hasn't bounced our way. I can't think of like a puck luck moment for us that's gone bad, but I can think of like 2 for them. Talking about bouncing going our way or not. How about we just call it what it is? Like, just playing bad, Mick. I guess I get it. It's his job. They have to be positive. Really hoping for a weird goalie turnover there. Just a blessing. Buffalo's now up 3-0. What? It feels like Buffalo is just rolling people right now, huh? Seems that they need to roll too. Uh, all right, just over halfway through the game. This was going a little better. I could not have told you, and I can't even tell you now. I've already forgotten the name of their head coach, and I could not tell you what he looked like before that shot. Right? That's what I'm asking for, Jacob. Just a weird goalie gaff. Have Steve Dangle screaming him on the internet level goal. All I want. I believe still week to week, Noah. Good job, Peron. Sucks. Oh, he's got him. No! I screamed no at the pass back to Cat because it felt like it was going to take way too damn long to get over there to be useful. And it sure felt like it. 2-on-1. Played well. Oh my God. It just felt like the pass came way too soon. It felt like the pass is like super obvious. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It was obvious because he didn't have like a shooting position at all. He could have. He could have kept going and I think had a decent shot opportunity himself. But it felt like he was so far away from the net and not in a scoring threat position yet that the pass was obvious. Ugh. Just threw it on. Well, it's also very important to note had a crowd in front, had a tip. Crazy things can happen. I don't think the position at where he passed from is a good shooting spot. I am saying that I expected it to develop another 1.5 seconds to him becoming a shooting threat and potentially having the passing option to Cat. That's all I wanted. It wasn't. I think I might disagree, Jacob. I don't think it was like a highlight level pass whatsoever. It was the easy one because I saw it coming. As soon as he got it where he was and he made the little progress that he did with the puck, it was obvious that the lane was back. It was open. It was clear as day. It was just obvious. It was obvious for a goalie to know. Oh my God, 5.33 goals against per game, 17.6%. Oh, and look at them being generous. Oh no, I'm being stupid. Never mind. Cat needs to get one. We need a lot of people to get one. We just need them. It doesn't matter who does it. Damn, have Christian Fisher get it. Have it go off his face. Put the puck in the net. Just get a win. Ugh. We just can't keep having these late season collapses, man. Can't happen. Mick, quit blaming the bounces. Quit excusing them from like almost any responsibility for what's been happening. Look at that. They take the shot from up top and they have two guys collapsing in on the net. The shot didn't make it. It's going to happen sometimes. But man, were they trying something. Wow. We're not getting the puck. Oh! Wow. Wow. But Mick, none of the bounces are going the Red Wings' way. uh, I agree, Noah. Feels like there's a lot of waiting around for someone to do something instead of doing it. One of the better lessons my dad taught me in hockey was quit standing around waiting for someone to do something. Go do it. I'm not saying I did that. I'm just saying it was really good advice from him. Need to forecheck harder? Yeah. It feels like the lack of urgency and effort really comes in our defensive zone. When will it get better? And then we just sit back, give like 6 feet, and let them have time and space. Yeah, a little late in that shift is a little unfair because they were tired, but it was a few of those moments leading into that. You want Buffalo? Why would you want the team with more points already to be the one that wins, Trevor? Come on. You're being silly. But yeah, I mean, we're a little late in the shift, and that's what's going to happen throughout a hockey game is you're going to get that 5-on-5 pressure at some point. All the scores are in our favor. I guess I should have looked at more of the list. These goal differential stats are wild. Greasy, I just don't see the motivator in him. And maybe that's unfair. Maybe I'm judging too much about, the media front of an NHL coach and not understanding what happens behind closed doors. I will openly admit to that ignorance. I still, in my heart of hearts, have trouble believing he is great at sparking and motivating men. Nothing but speculation. You got to help him. There are 3 white jerseys around the puck, and we're scared to help him? Oh, the laws of numbers, boys. You know what percentage chance he has to win that battle? Drastically lower than if you were to go help him. Ooh, nice save line. They're massive, Noah. And that's why, I said that this is a must win. Like, you have to stop this. This skid has to stop. And that is what I said scares me about Mo moving into the future was a turnover like that where he does something unconventional. And it's led to all of this. They call him that? All right. They're keeping us to the boards pretty well. Okay, Raymond. Oh, shit. All right. Well, here we go. Well, the draw's coming out of the zone now. But hey, trying to anyways, Jacob. Yeah. I do find it funny that Raymond knows that he's going to keep getting his face washed, but he just kept going back in for it. Wow. How do oh my gosh. Uh, It's already like the punishment that's supposed to be handed out is if a defenseman goes down there, you are to lose the opportunity to have an offensive faceoff. What do you call the guy dumping Perron in front of the net? How is what that guy did to Perron in front of the net not worse than Sherratt coming down and just grabbing a guy? He doesn't throw punches, doesn't hit him into the boards, doesn't even punch him. The punishment for him going in is to lose the offensive faceoff. It's not to make it a penalty. He gets dumped. He gets like slew-footed in front of the net. And that one isn't called, but him just going down and causing rough stuff. That's okay. No, he can't go get it for him, Mick. That's 3 posts. But Mick, none of the bounces are going the Red Wings' way. Guys, I I think Sider may have gotten the worst of that, guys. Maybe the other guy was just surprised, and I mean, I bet it hurt a little bit, but I think Sider got the worst end of that. 3 great ones so far, 3 great posts, or 3 great bounces. That was a sick little pass. Oh, come on. Yeah, he did. Ooh. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe Cider just had like his butt hit or whatever, but it didn't look comfortable for either party. Whoa, did he just shoot that towards the linesman a little bit? What are we doing, cop? Yode's puck luck pays off? What are we talking about? Are we watching the same game? What are we talking about their puck luck? Or unless they're saying like their negative one is paying off for us? I don't know. The way they word that makes me think that it's like a positive thing. They're like, man, bounces are going their way. No, they're not. Stop it. Going into the third, down by one. You got to do something. I don't know how many more power plays we could possibly look to get back here. Like, I wouldn't look for any more. I would not expect another one. Yeah, I'm telling you, you could have not watched the second period and it feels like you would have been okay. uh Real quick though, guys, I know that it's a solo show and between periods can become a little tough, but I do need to take my dog outside. He definitely needs to go potty. He's definitely given me the sign for it. So I am gonna be right back. And it shouldn't be that long, but definitely gotta go do what I gotta go do. I'll be back. All right, we're back. Back inside. Puppy has been taken care of. How dare I have a dog? True. In screen by only Ghost there on the second goal. Yeah. Looked like he had moderately decent vision. I don't think he was going to make a save on the shot, and the tip worked. Dog's the best. I love my dude. Want to say hi? Come here. Come on up. Up. Here you go. His name is Easton. Sure, you can guess how he got his name. What's up, buddy? What else is going on in the chat? I haven't been able to pay much attention to Danny D. It's the closest my last name is ever going to get to a Red Wings jersey. DeKaiser, DeMeyer. Swap a couple letters. That's what I always thought whenever he joined the team. Is that I'm not making it. One hell of a story for me to ever have kids and then make it. But it's probably the closest I'll ever get. Not trying to constantly spew. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting better, but it's still not perfect. No, World of Chell. I stopped playing in NHL 24. I'd played every Chell since like '09. I'd been 14, 15 years strong with them. This last one was not it. I'm so frustrated that I financially supported them for a game that I've played for like 4 hours total. Playing issues, probably start again. Probably give it a PC port. There's just no way they have the money to do so. As much as I would love for them to, they just can't. Helldivers got boring, same missions over and over. I feel that a little bit, Jacob. I just took a break. Helldivers, I think, is a fantastic game. Rocket League is the game of choice. So, did you guys know the name of like the OG? Like the Rocket League is technically like the successor to another game they made that was called like Super Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars. Something like that. And it was out on the PS3, and my brother bought it. And I remember me and some friends, even Josh would play it with us in my house. And we thought it was just like the stupidest, silly game that was never going to make it big. And then we hear about Rocket League and supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you could throw, oh, is that what they actually call it? They actually shorten it all the time. It's smart for anyone not to have to type that out. But I feel like you could throw any of those adjectives in any order as long as it started with supersonic and ended with battle cars. and I would know exactly what you're talking about. Everyone got therapy booked up after this game. Drew, Fish, you guys are my therapy. Thank you for being here, my therapist. EA needs competition. True. Yes, they absolutely do. We have seen what happens, how complacent they get. But I just on the topic of Chell, I have a lot of thoughts on it in general and how much I despise what they did. But when you just straight up take away controls that had been in the game for as long as I could possibly remember, like holding down a trigger so that you can hold up on the right stick and shoot instead of hitting someone, that's just gone. Taking away like legitimate goalie controls, like the entire, I think they call it the hybrid now, but way back when, I think it was like the normal of which one was like hold the post, which one was to go into butterfly. Just completely removing it and not having it be an option for months of the game being released, and you refuse. My dog just farted, started wiping his butt all over the carpet. What are you doing? It's gross. Yep, Noah. So that's brutal. Taking away the goalie controls, installing the tether system is like a mandatory thing. Was brutal. There are just so many things. Having to have a 3-minute search to find teammates before it actually started searching for a game. Brutal decision. I like. There are just too many of their choices that I'm like, you actually just have to be stupid. You actually have to have never played this game or understand your audience whatsoever to believe that these are the right things that you need to be doing for it. And the fact, I would love to go and I want to check. I want to check again, Noah, because it was literally a one button goal. You can literally do the Michigan against the computer goalie and score every single time. What are you doing? Hey. Yeah, Noah, I was done as soon as I piled all those things together. I was done. Like be a pro when you play those before they revamped it. I want to try the new version, but no time now. Yeah, time is tough to come by nowadays. I agree, Derek. Yes. I think I'm with Derek 100% on that. Austin, I liked Be a Pro when they actually had like a little bit of story to it. Like it was kind of cool, but then ultimately always just becomes the same thing. And they, as soon as you're drafted, like that's just it. You experienced it. NHL Face Off 98, true. Oh my gosh. I love it because I don't even think about it that much, Austin. I'm just like really excited for when you know that it's just like a few months away next year. But yeah, GTA 6 is going to be one hell of a time. And we've got a puck drop for the third period. Red Wings down 2-1. And we got to do something. Man, it feels like all my frustrations had just left my body when I went outside with Easton. And it feels like my blood pressure is quickly rising again. No, I would agree on that. MLB The Show, I only had, oh gosh, like I think I've only ever owned one of them. And I bought it when it was like on a heavy sale, or maybe I even got it for free with like the PlayStation free games of the month or whatever. But I did enjoy that. Something that I had never played before. It felt good. Felt fun. Being a closing pitcher, that was so cool in that. Wow. That was some slick play by the Coyotes. No, you cannot let them keep the forechecking on that. They had one guy that beat out 3 Red Wings, and now they're going to keep the pressure on. See, those little battles that lead to this. What is happening? What was the linesman doing? I mean, Jacob, they'd been out for a while. They literally lost like 1 puck battle, and then they were just screwed for the rest of it. Hey, here's a break. 3-on-2. What are we doing? We're tired. I forgot. Sucks. But it makes sense. I get it. Not counting them out just yet. I think Razor puts them on his back. But they lose. I think Lalone has to get fired. No. I'm not on the Lalone needs to go. But I feel like I would be in the spot that if it did happen, I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be upset. But if he isn't, oh, Sarnik. But if he did get fired, I would think the leash is incredibly short next year. I would think that, let's say the Red Wings start 1-7, I think he's gone. Like a scenario like that, where if you're 6 games under, I mean, yeah, I'm also going to say if this skid doesn't stop, I'm not saying you go 0-16, because yes, if you go 0-16 to close the season, you're done, you're gone. I probably want you out after you're 0-12, okay? If we lose another 6 or 7 games in a row, yeah, I want Lalone just gone, because that's inexcusable. You can't go on a losing streak like that in the NHL at any point. And at some point, it does come back down on the coach not doing the right things to have this team prepared. But I think if you close out this season 500 and you miss the playoffs by 5 points or something like that, you don't need to fire him, but like you need something to happen, whether that's like a new series of assistant coaches or something, because 2 years of collapsing at a deadline can't happen. I do like Lalone. I like seeing him be on thin ice if we lose the next couple. Yeah. And I think that's rightfully so. Like, hire Sullivan, the old Penguins coach. That's what I said. Okay. When you said Pens, I was like, I hope I said Pens. Uh, uh, I don't like torts personally. At an 8-point lead, all they need is 500 hockey inexcusable. I don't care that it's not the timeline yet. Yeah, Drew. Like, you've gotta, I shouldn't say you've gotta by any means, but like the way I keep looking at it in my mind is I would take the position we're in at the start of a season 10 out of 10 times. If you told me that we're tied for a playoff spot with 15 games to go, I'm taking it. I'm not even thinking twice about it. We're literally tied with like the wild card 2 spot. But oh, yeah, and just a hair out of reach. But if you have just two monumental collapses back to back years, yeah, inexcusable. Really off. Am I the only one who heard him say it, or did we already just tag up by then? Decent chance. A really tough shot. It would take something real special to score from there, especially when he's able to attack it with his glove like that. Yeah, no, he had no other option. No one else was open for anything. Uh, so while I was out with my dog and he was doing the bathroom, I saw this TikTok posted by the MLB of a Detroit Tigers rookie who looks just like Miguel Cabrera. And I want to find out who it is. Is it looks just like him. And of course, just in the age of TikTok, no one ever shares context. So even the MLB's official TikTok doesn't even share the guy's name. Or I guess it's actually Miguel Cabrera and I may have just been trolled. Which, on the note, did you guys see what the Penguins pulled off today? I mean, fans are singing. The Pittsburgh Penguins this morning put out a tweet announcing that they like 15,000 Jaromir Jagr bobbleheads for their game tonight for their giveaway had been stolen. And hockey Twitter ran with it. Hockey Twitter was freaking out about it. Like crazy, crazy levels. Like Gritty even said, like, I want them to know it was me and stuff. And I really believed it. I was like, dang, someone stole like an entire box truck of bobbleheads. That's crazy. And it was like hours later, they announced that it was all just a marketing scheme. I love Gritty too. I said the first year he got announced, the first year he existed, that on April Fool's Day, that the Red Wings needed to announce that they had a mascot and literally just make it a red Gritty. I mean, down to a T. Every last little bit of it the same, except for he's red wearing a Red Wings jersey. And just have that be the April Fool's joke. I thought that would have been pure marketing gold. How many people were not going to give a game because of that? Oh. I mean, probably not too many, Noah. They did announce that like anyone attending the game was going to get like a ticket to redeem for the Jagr bobblehead at a later date. But ooh, Burger, you good? He's good. Sold their tickets. I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed if like I knew that happened and then I was just like to some like family friend or something like, hey, you want tickets to the game? You can have them. Like, just give me the ticket for the Jagr thing, or like just give me the ticket for the Jagr thing and call it good. And then I have to tell him like, hey, never mind, I'm going. Oh, all right. That sucks. It is, right, Austin? I think they killed it. Because I bit hard. I was a firm believer the entire day that they had been stolen. And I was like, that's so crazy. And I just believed them. It was a really good job. All right, we've got 11 minutes and 15 seconds in the third right now. And we need a goal. And we have not come close in a long time. We have not come close to a goal maybe since we scored. I can't think of a grade A opportunity we've had. Playing the team somehow disappears. Is that just the captain effect or what? I mean, not having a number one center is a big deal. Like, it really, really is. And I'm not saying he's a Connor McDavid. I'm not saying he's an Austin Matthews or anything like that, Nathan McKinnon. But the guy drives on the power play. He's huge on our PKs. And he brings in a ton of minutes. He plays a solid two-way game. I'm not going to say he's some defensive, stud going for the, oh God, why can't I remember the name of the best defensive forward right now? Award. Is that the Selke? Selke's maybe it is the Selke. I'm not saying he's competing for that by any means, but guy's fast, drives play, can shoot, can pass. He's really a complete hockey player. So missing him is pretty big. I would also believe that he might be the glue to the locker room that sparks guys to be ready. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, it's going to take something big. Alone at the hash marks is baffling. Trot and Kane both just dropping down. It's so undisciplined. At least Valeno tried to shoot. I don't know. I'm trying to find some shred of positive. Why can't we pass? So risky. Such a creative, good play by Ghost until it's not. Until it's just a dump out on his backhand that gets smacked down. We can't pass. I don't know, guys. If you ask me, it looks like he's roughing him up pretty bad. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Think we pull it 3 and get scored on again? Not unlikely. I should say it's only unlikely because I don't think Lalone has that aggression in him. Is that statistically true, Jacob, or is that your opinion? Polino's still seeing 2 nets after the headshot. Too soon. We're being beaten to the puck everywhere? Yeah. Well, it's always happening in our defensive zone because we mess up our breakout at some point, which then just leads to tired bodies, and the Coyotes are changing, and suddenly they're facing a complete set of fresh bodies, where I believe then most players are told to like conserve energy and let them skate around the outside and not to completely drain yourself to your dead out there while that's happening. I feel like that's a common strategy or practice in hockey. Gonna lose the odds are like 40%. I think it's like 34 now. I think it went from 78 to 34. Because at one point we were at 50-50 because Corzi said something like, now it's just a coin flip. And when they said that, I had a quarter next to me, so I flipped it and I lost. So that's how easy we could not be in the playoffs, was me flipping a coin and being wrong. Did we call a timeout? Like, did we do something here? Or is this just a TV timeout? That was 100% it. Like, are we trying to get these guys like sparked back up? Am I the only one who just doesn't see any level of energy? My fault then. I done did it. No energy, no brains. Well, if you ask Mick, it's no bounce. We can sit here and say no thinking, no brain, no heart. Mickey, no bounce. What's up, Jack? They don't. They absolutely do not. This entire month of March, they don't deserve a damn thing. Why are we just letting it go by? Berggren did it earlier. Kane did it. I could see the world where Kane does and doesn't. It does start to feel like the lean would be towards no, that he doesn't. Other than the fact that like we don't know what actually motivates him. If he just wants to be where he wants to be, and if he wants to be a Red Wing, to be a Red Wing, and he wants to play with Cat. Ooh. Did he slam his head on the ice? That didn't look too good. Thinking we would win the playoffs and I did nothing at the trade deadline. I mean, those price tags were high, and it's the only thing that I would have. There are two moves I would have been okay with, and it would have been getting like Noah Hannafin. Even the Byram trade. I know we don't have someone, I guess, of equal value as Middlestat that I would like to give up in this scenario, but knowing that Byram was on the table at some price tag, I would have liked to have been involved in that. Or a goalie like UC Saros. You go for nothing like a fifth and Tarasenko for a fourth. I could be wrong. I think Tarasenko was like a third and a fifth. But yeah, price tags on some players weren't that high. But here's the thing. I don't want Tarasenko. I don't want Toffoli. Like I was looking at just the price tags for the defenseman. Like obviously since that moment our offense has not performed, but like for the rest of the season the offense has been the strong point, right? And now it's just absolutely hitting a wall because we lost Larkin. We weren't going to trade for someone that was going to replace Larkin. Finding someone that could have gone in for Petrie at this point would have been an upgrade and a good find. Having someone take pressure off of Alex Lyon, who's played the most games of his career at the age of 31 in the NHL, that would have been a welcome addition. wanted Gudis. Imagine if we would have traded Klim Kostin for Gudis. Just the storyline of Kostin running a goalie, Gudis hurting him with a pretty clean, brutal check, and then they get traded for one another. They end up going quite around to make the playoffs and make past the first round. Yeah, I think it's all about what motivates them, right? It's I think, of course, he would like to be in the playoffs and he would like to win. That's what drives competitors. If he didn't want to compete for a cup, I doubt he'd just keep playing. No, he's not beating him. But he's already done like everything in his career. We put a guy in front of the net, goalie can't see, and we miss the net. Yes, Jack, they were. And then, funny enough, in this game, Ben Sherratt couldn't get the gift. Ben Sherratt stood up for Raymond. Ended up taking a penalty, but they were in a scrum together. So there's an angle to take that I could argue. Steve Yzerman should have done something at the deadline. Should have traded some level of future piece for something for now, right? Because theoretically, not every draft pick he has made, not every guy in our farm system is going to develop and be impactful. They're not. That's such a far-fetched dream that they're all going to do that, right? So when you start to say that you have this wonderful farm system because you have all these potential people who could develop and become something great, eventually you have to start thinking to yourself, well, some of them, the best value they'll have in their career is now. Whether that's Johansson, Wallander, I don't want to say Casper or Danielson, but like Mazer, if people are somehow not just in Detroit and high on him, pieces like that, if your farm system is as strong and as good as you believe it could be, all of those guys aren't going to just develop and become your NHL roster. It's not how the NHL works. They're like, not every team develops their entire roster from that. There are so many players that start bouncing around teams, right? And the lifetime career of an NHL player and how many players are coming in each year and are involved in a farm system, it's not actually possible for that to happen. So eventually, you should just understand that as long as you have 3 guys, 4 guys coming up in your system, and then you can go back to free agency, and then you can make some other trades here or there, and that's how you're going to find your value. Yeah, there's a really, really good argument to be made that Steve Yzerman should have made a big splash and involved some valuable pieces to set something on this team apart and make them better for the end. This one went for nothing. Got what he wants here. D-Mac probably knows where. That's a cheap joke, but it's funny. It's a really cheap joke, but pretty funny. I don't want Kuznetsov. I don't think that's what we should have been targeting. But we should have spent something to get something that we needed. Likely. I mean, it's hard to argue against right now. Like, if I told you that trading for Noah Hannafin and getting Petrie off the ice, oh my God, someone was right. We actually pulled it 3.5. I didn't think Malone had the aggression in him. We got to pull the goalie right now. But if I'm telling you we lose a, I don't know, a first round pick, Petrie, and he doesn't know where it is. And we've only lost maybe 4 games instead of 7 or something like that. I would take that. Boo 'em. They absolutely deserve the booing right now. I'm not a booer. 7-game skid to lose your spot in the playoffs is absolutely boo worthy. You were, Casey. Casey, you were scary. You were scary accurate with this. You're going Florida? Well, we're going to be enemies, Austin, because I'm going Carolina. Borowski. It's a good point, Jacob, but if this is a one-off, like a one-off loss, I'm with you. Did it feel like this game went by super fast too? Doesn't like a typical hockey game go like 3 hours? We're like 2 hours and 40 minutes and this one's going to end? I know that 20 minutes is maybe not a lot, but it does feel like this game went crazy fast. Avatar just when the world needed him. Oh my gosh. Who's the Fire Nation? The Coyotes? Coyotes attacked. This is so sad. Why? Why couldn't we hit that pass, Woolman? Oh, that's so irritating. The Flames. I have not, Casey. I just heard that it was lower body and then he left in the middle of the 3rd period or whatever, second. I think it was a 3rd against the Panthers. Like after a scrum, something happened and our passing percentage. Yeah. God, LCA is silent. Uh, are we streaming Saturday? Time's the game Saturday. You guys want to just be angry together again? Is it an afternoon game, a night game? An afternoon game, 12:30? I'd commit to that. Yeah, we'll do a watch along Saturday. Never heard him get booed. Uh, There's a point where too much is too much, and that was the line tonight. Now I'm like I've turned from apologist and understanding to there's something wrong. This is like a 4-game skid. That's kind of bad. 5 games. All right, you're starting to push it. 6 games. What's happening? That's when you've got to look in the mirror and say this is too much. And now that you've hit 7, you're starting to hit the. I'm glad it's not my job to fix it, because fixing whatever's happening sure seems like it would be a pain in the ass. But I don't get it. How does every division of this team suck right now? How does the offense suck? How does the defense suck? How is our goaltending just completely fallen off the edge of the world? How does our coaching staff suck? Like, why does it feel like everything sucks? All waivers or Petrie? Guys, I want to say that calling up those guys will do it. But what we've been asking for, what I had been asking for all season in Bergeron having an opportunity to come up, guys, he's been up for a while. I don't know if you know this, but he's pretty much invisible. Tonight, the only things that I've seen from him were negative. The only things that I have seen were a literal negative impact on the game for the Red Wings. So I would love for those guys to hop in and be positive impacts. I'd love for Edvinsson to be able to do that. But I don't think you can just rely on it happening. I'd rather see Hall make it back in. I'd rather see Petrie scratch, Hall put in, because we've seen Hall be up here and we've seen Hall have success with us here. I'd boo too. Like, you don't have to like. I don't know how to say this. I know that I'm kind of cherry picking this from anyone who listens to 97.1. I'm a pretty big Valenti fan. And I will say my general opinion of like putting these guys on like pedestals and like not holding them to standards or whatever, it feels weird. So like, yeah, boo them, let them know you're unhappy. Let them know this isn't okay. And don't just be silent. Like, show that you have some level of passion. Personally, me, that's how I feel. I'm not saying that's how everyone needs to, but it's tough stuff. Buffalo Saturday, and they're on a win streak. We have the Penguins Sunday. If man, damn it, I don't want to lose to the Penguins, who have also just been on an absolute skid. Even their entire org is looking, and their fan base is looking at Kyle Dubas like he's Kyle Dumas. I like that. I like that nickname for him. And I've never heard anyone else call him it. I've only been the one that I feel like I've ever heard or seen say that. But I didn't like what he did in Toronto. I don't like what he's doing there. But it's his job, Casey. Like, I'll criticize him too. Like, him going through and just saying everything was bounces and being super apologetic through all of this it's his job. Bally wouldn't employ him, and the Red Wings wouldn't want to work with Bally if they were critiquing him a ton. Dylan come back early. Dylan come back healthy. I'd rather lose the next 2 games and get a healthy Dylan Larkin back than him try to push himself too soon and not be effective to possibly lose him to like coming back too early or something like that. Lose both of those 0 and 9. Then we have the Blue Jackets for 0 and 10. Well, guys, this was fun to be here with you guys, as it always is. I want to stress that. But this skid, it's starting to take a genuine toll, I feel like, on my mental health. I had been leaning on these guys through the entire winter on providing some joy and some enthusiasm, and I don't want to use the word pleasure, but I'm going to use the word pleasure in my life. And I'm just glad that the weather seems to be getting a little better for maybe we can get a little more sunlight. Take off the Stevie Jersey ads, the Garbage Patch Kids hurts. Party is losing money. That's good. Well, guys, Wings are 0-7 in the last 7, and the power play is inexcusably bad. Every facet of this organization right now seems to not be up to par. But that isn't going to stop us from Saturday investing our hearts, giving them our attention, our eyeballs, our hearts. Again, thank you all for being here. We'll be back again Saturday. I'm not sure if Josh will be here for that. We'll have to see. But it is a 12:30 game, afternoon hockey against Buffalo with, I mean, I labeled this one as the must win. So that must mean that the next one is also must win. Right, guys? But thank you. See you Saturday, hopefully. Love you guys too. Bye.